What an absolute disgrace that was. Brighton Hove Albion 3, Manchester United 2. This is kind of just going to be in my live ramble thoughts. Obviously, it's in a video format because I can't live stream where I am, so do apologise about that. But what an absolute shambles that was. Defensively, we were so poor. So poor. And it was, I just could not believe what I was watching at times. I mean, Eric Bailly having a bad game. He's one of the only defenders we can look to and with any sort of competence. And he's making mistakes. If he's making mistakes, we're in real big trouble. We're in real big trouble. I mean, he made 2 errors today. He looked really, really shaky throughout. Whenever he got on the ball, he looked shaky. So he had a really, really bad day at the office. And individual mistakes, to be 2-0 down after, 20, 25 minutes, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And then to give away the penalty as well, it was, oh my word, I just could not believe it, how bad of a game he was having. And, in some ways I understand those sort of players are going to have bad games, but we have to make up for it. And we didn't today. We really didn't today. Our finishing was poor, even though we didn't create a single chance. I think we had like 1 shot on target in the whole match or something stupid. Lukaku got off the mark for the season. But what does that count for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Pogba scored a penalty at the end. Yeah, great. 2 and 2 for Pogba. But 2 very different performances. 1 brilliant performance against Leicester. This time, not so much. Shocking performance from Pogba. He looked like he was worth 20 million, never mind 80, 90 million today. And that is why we're not going to win the title. I think we still can win the title, but this is the reason why, if we aren't going to win it, this is the sort of thing. We've got good players in this side, but they're not consistent. We can't have players, like Pogba, playing brilliantly against Leicester, and then the next game, the very next game, putting in a 2 out of 10 performance. We can't have that. If we're going to win the league, everyone has to play consistently at a good performance level. Look at City. That's what happened to them last season. All of their players, they had good players. Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, Jesus, all these players played at a consistent level throughout the season. We don't have that. We still had those problems. That was one of the main problems we had last season. And it's still not fixed. We still have players who aren't consistent. It's so draining to watch us right now as well. I was watching it in the bar and it was, oh my gosh, I just could not believe what I was watching. It was so draining to watch that style of football. It really is. Now, for me, I've always been an advocate of, I'm not really a fan of the style of football, but if we get the result, I don't mind. This is when it gets frustrating. This is when it really gets under my skin and I start to question what I think. Because we went out there against Brighton, and it didn't look like we were really putting the game to them. In the first half an hour, the first half even, they were under control. They were completely under control, passing it around. Fair play to Brighton, by the way. Fair play to them. They deserved the victory today. And if we got anything out of that game, we would have not deserved it whatsoever. But they controlled the game. They controlled the game. How can you say that? A squad worth £500 million, and we're being controlled by Brighton and Hove Albion. What is that about? What is that about? So yeah, fair play to Brighton, they played well, but it's so annoying. How can you go from the result against Leicester to this? Now, Jose Mourinho is going to take some flack for it. But in some ways, there are some players who are getting a free ride in this team, and a free ride from the fans, and they don't show up. Martial today, I'm sorry. I don't want to blame him individually because I thought a lot of the players were crap. But I see so many Man United fans clamouring to get Martial in the starting 11. What did he do today? Someone tell me, what did Martial do in this game? What did he bring to the side? He got taken off at half-time. What did he actually do? I'm sorry, but if you want to make a claim for Martial to be in the team every single game, he's got to take his opportunity when he gets it. He starts today because Sanchez was out injured. He's got to take the opportunity if he wants to start week in, week out. He has to. So what is he doing? He had about 1 shot in the whole game. It's so draining, man. It really is draining. It's only early doors. It's only early doors, but I tell you, a lot of Man United fans are turning on Mourinho. I'm not going to turn on him yet. I still think it'd be wrong to sack him. But more results like this, if it continues the way it's going, and we continue being inconsistent, then I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think. If we're going to get anywhere, if we're going to win anything, we have to be consistent. We saw the same thing last season. You know, we beat Man City 3-2, and then we lose the bottom of the table. We can't have this again. Honestly, it's so frustrating. It is soul destroying as well, watching it. You're watching it and going, surely we're going to get back in it. Surely, you know, Lukaku got that goal. And I thought, you know what, we're going to get back into this. No, sloppy penalty, gave it away. And I don't know what to think, guys. I do not know what to think. Obviously, it's only one game. It's only one bad result this season. But there's bad signs there. There really are bad signs this could continue. We need to get our act together. Pogba had a stinker. Martial had a stinker. Mata as well. Why are we playing him on the right-hand side? He does nothing. He's slow. Yeah, I think he's much better through the middle. Playing him out right wide is wasting his talents. Wasting it. Guys, I'm just so frustrated at the moment. So frustrated. But we have to move on. We have to move on to Monday against Spurs. Hopefully we have to show a bit of resilience. We need to bounce back from that game. Because we showed no fight in the Brighton game. No fight whatsoever. I thought Fred was average. And I have to say that he was average today. Pereira didn't do much in the game either. But, where do we go from here? It's only one result. We have to move on to Spurs on Monday. But I tell you, that was absolutely shocking. And I hope that Mourinho has told the players that. But they should know. Pogba came out and said he had the wrong attitude. They know. The players know. They didn't do enough today. They didn't show enough fight whatsoever. So we need to bounce back on Monday night against Spurs. If we don't, it could start to look really bad. The pressure could be mounting on Jose Mourinho, as it already is. But, what a shocking performance that was today. Obviously, you guys leave your thoughts on the live in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. But yeah, we move on to Spurs on Monday. And we have to bounce back. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys in a bit.